Here we go. Here we go, everyone. Guess it's time. Here we go. The stream has officially begun. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stanley Parable. Today, I will be getting every single ending in the game, and yeah, it's gonna take a long time. So, yeah, hopefully someone at least hops in here. So, yeah. Okay, first I have a somewhat strategy to the order I'm gonna do these all in, and I think it'll be pretty obvious. Sadly, due to me streaming and everything, the game takes a while to load, to say the least, but I think that should give enough time for people to hop in, and then we can kind of get this thing going, I guess. My first stream in a long time. Yeah, and it's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully. Who knows at this point? It's gonna take a while, I know that much. Is for certain. But look at this. I got a little, like, stream deck sort of thing working with my phone. So now, I can go from the start to be right back, to ending, intermission, hello. I can see chat, but that's useless because no one's here. And then I can go back in game. And here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
One day.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The game
Something
began.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid,
Okay.
Stanley found himself
Here we
unable
go.
to move for the
See if we
longest
actually
time.
got one of the.
But as he came to
weird-
his wits and
There he
regained
is.
his senses,
Okay,
he
here
got
we
up
start.
from his desk and
Okay,
stepped
normal
out of his
office.
All
There
of
we
his
go.
coworkers
First, we're
were
gonna
gone.
start by just
What could it
following the
mean?
narrator's instructions.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Kinda wanna get the main ones done first because
When Stanley came
gonna
to a
take
set
me
of
a
two
while.
open doors, he
Since
entered
we're
the
in the
door on his
game.
left.
there we go. Through here. Just following
Yet there was not
all
a
the
single
instructions
person
and
here
everything.
either.
Because
Feeling
this
a wave
is
of
gonna take a
disbelief,
while.
Stanley decided to go up to
How's
his
everyone
boss's
doing?
office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
This is
boss's
gonna
office.
take a while. 6 hours of this. So first we're just gonna follow
Stepping into
straight
his
up
manager's
follow the
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who
Who
orchestrated
did this?
What dark
Emojis.
secret was being held from him? What
I
he
am the
could not
most
have known
expensive
was that the
boss.
keypad behind the boss's desk
To
guarded
shot
the
is by
terrible
calling-
truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Yeah, I'm not even
And so
gonna
the
try
boss had assigned it an
saying that.
extra secret PIN number.
284.
5. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
There.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
And-
buttons on the keypad,
Wow,
Stanley
secret
happened
door.
to input the correct code by
Sadly,
sheer luck.
my
Amazing.
if you're wanting like
stepped into the newly
first
opened
take
passageway.
reactions and all that stuff, I've pretty much seen every ending this game has to offer before, and so this is not going to be my first reaction, but yeah, still gonna be cool. Yeah, just testing chat out, make sure chat is working. Yep, chat is working. Okay, and we're all set. Let's do this. We're loading.
Descending deeper into the
I'll probably
building,
post highlights
Stanley
of this
realized he felt a bit
in the future.
peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion
Will be my
in his
technically
chest,
first
as though he
ever,
felt
pretty
more
much my
free to
first
think
ever
for himself,
edited video.
to question the nature of his job.
6
Why did he
hours.
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question
Luckily,
would not
I
go unanswered for
Don't
long.
really have to fully pay attention to stream for this because I just
Stanley
get to
walked straight
chill
ahead through the large
and
door
play a
that
game
read Mind
of my
Control
favorite games
Facility.
of all time. I'm just going through. Can't jump. I'm trying to get the final achievement, which is to have the game
The
running
lights
for an
rose on
entire
an enormous
Tuesday.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh,
Stanley
no.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Did I? Button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, through here. Yeah, so sadly, reactions aren't really gonna be genuine or anything. I've played this game way too many times to count. Like, the main path at least. I hope I get some viewers at some
This
point.
mind control facility,
Apparently,
it was too
the only
horrible
one
to
watching
believe
is
it couldn't
myself.
be true.
Yeah.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Here we go.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Yeah, it's gonna
He
be
refused to believe it.
few things.
He couldn't accept
This is
it.
gonna take
His
a while.
own life in someone else's control? Never.
We're almost
It
done
was
with the first
unthinkable.
one, which is
Wasn't
gonna
it?
take- which
Was it
would
even
be
possible?
Like 10 minutes.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof.
I'm
the
actually
heart
really
of the
excited
operation.
because they're
Controls
remaking this
labeled
game
with
and
emotions,
releasing it
happy or sad,
onto
or content,
on
walking,
to consoles
eating, working,
and PC
all of it
again,
monitored and commanded from
with
this
even
very
more
place.
with
And
even
as the
more
cold
endings.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its
So
terrible
we're gonna
power
get to
over
Joe
another human
and-
life.
And
For he
yeah, soon there's
would
gonna be even
dismantle
more
the
endings.
controls once
No release
and
date yet,
for
but
all.
still, it exists. Dismantle the controls. That's pretty much ending 1, everyone. And then we'll go see what happens when you press on, and just work our way backwards to all the way to the first choice again. That's kind of my strategy for this.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had
This
defeated
game
the
just
machine.
makes me happy. I don't know
Unshackled
why.
himself from
This
someone
game's just
else's
fun.
command. Freedom was mere
I just
moments
enjoy
away.
it.
And yet,
Makes me
even as the
also
immense
makes me
door
really happy
slowly
just to
opened,
be back doing
Stanley
this.
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power
can't
that
jump.
he had been seeking,
No one can.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
We
it
gotta
will be
stay in the light.
his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
He disables mind control, then follows the
Stanley felt the
narrator's
cool breeze
instructions.
upon his
Good
skin.
job.
The feeling of liberation, the
Good
immense
job, Stanley.
possibility of the new path before him.
It's
This was
interesting
exactly the
that
way,
if you follow the
right
exact
now, that
path,
things were meant
you'll see
to
this
happen.
later too. If you follow the
Stanley
exact path, you're
was happy.
called Stanley pretty much the entire time. But once you start deviating and everything from the main path, you end up finding that there's a lot. Like he ends up just calling you out instead, just saying you instead of just saying Stanley every time. Which, yeah, I feel like that's kind of cool.
When Stanley came to a set
So
of
we're
two
gonna go
open
left
doors,
again.
he entered the door on his left.
And then also, if we click this, we can see one of the coders for the game. Just a little secret. Yeah, I'm mainly gonna be showing off all the endings and then some of the
Yet there
secrets
was
too.
not a single person
I
here
really
either.
suggest you get,
Feeling
if
a
you're
wave of
watching this,
disbelief,
just get the
Stanley
game for
decided
yourself.
to go
It's
up to his
an
boss's
amazing
office,
time.
hoping he might find it. Coming to a staircase,
It's
Stanley
insane.
walked upstairs to his
By
boss's
far
office.
the best game I've ever played, and hopefully the remake will be just as good, if not better. So here we go through here again.
Stepping into his manager's office,
We're just gonna
Stanley
wait
was
here
once
again
again stunned
because
to discover
actually I'll
not
show
an
you guys what
indication
happens
of
if I
any
put it in.
human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music. Feeling soothed
Okay,
and
there.
rejuvenated,
We're good. Now
Stanley
we can
calmly
go through.
walked forward
Yeah.
into the
He just
opened
makes you
passageway.
wait longer. It's kind of annoying, but still, you do it either way. So this is our second of 3 choices during this that we'll have. 3 choices down here, and then we'll have by far the most mysterious ending of the entire game, which no one has really figured out if it's supposed to happen or if it's just a glitch. But yeah, we're gonna see that, and then
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
after
large
these
door
two,
that
and
read
then we're
Mind
gonna
Control
yeah,
Facility.
slowly work our way backwards, I guess. Okay, route number 2. Press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. I'm also gonna show a quick little trick if I can pull it off. If I
Now
don't,
the
then
monitors
I
jumped
guess
to life.
actually
Their
it's not
true
even
nature
worth
revealed.
risking.
Each
You can
bore
just
the
get up
number
on
of an
this railing
employee
and
in
go
the
over
building.
here
Stanley's
early.
co-workers.
Yeah, you can go
the
down there
lives of so
early.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
But
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
Freedom meant nothing. So far, so good. This is
This
just
mind
chill.
control facility, it was too
The
horrible to
mind that's
believe it couldn't be
4
true.
degrees.
Had Stanley really been under someone's
off
control all this
is-
time?
is
Was this
right
the only
over
reason
there,
he was happy
427.
with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
There,
blindly?
my office. Okay, through the elevator again.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah,
But here
this
was
is
the
the
proof,
last time we're
the
gonna
heart of
be
the
hearing these
operation.
lines today, I
Controls
guess.
labeled with emotions.
Not really gonna
happy
be doing
or
this twice.
sad
I'm gonna
or
try and save
content,
as much time
walking,
as possible.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another
Oh,
human
we're
life.
gonna
For
no.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ooh, you want me to press this button? Is this what you want me to press? Well, no.
Oh, Stanley. You
Deal
didn't
with
just
it.
activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes, that is exactly
Stanley,
what I wanted.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand,
I got
there's
some
only
chips
so
here.
much that machine can do. You were
Got
supposed
some
to let it go.
Doritos, trying to-
Turn the controls off.
I'm gonna be
and
doing
leave.
this for so long.
If you
I
want
have
to
some
throw
snacks.
my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
No, I'm not.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh,
Now this is making things
Okay,
a little
2
more
minutes,
fun, isn't it,
let's go.
Stanley? It's your time to shine. You
See
are
what
the
we can do.
star. It's
Oh,
your
open
story
door.
now. Shape it to
go,
your
go,
heart's
go.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Okay.
Mere moments until the bomb goes
Yeah, it
off.
doesn't really
But
do
what
anything.
precious moments each one of them is.
One.
More time to talk about you, about me,
Nope,
where
there's
we're
nothing.
going, what all this means. I
If we find
barely
button
know where
number
to
1.
start.
It
What's that?
also does
You'd like to
nothing.
know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Let's see.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes
around,
when I
see what I
tell it,
can do.
I simply let
You
you
can't
sit
really
there in
do
your office
much,
forever,
but
pushing buttons
well
endlessly and then
explore.
dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let
letting
it
you
burn
know
to a
you
crisp.
can't win this
I have to say
situation.
this, though,
You're
this
just
version of
forced.
events
Like
has
it
been
makes it
rather
seem like you
amusing.
can do something.
Watching you try to
you
make sense
really
of everything
can't, so.
and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see
I'll
it
go through and press these all in order.
but I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Yeah,
You know what?
so am
To
I.
hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Yay!
These are
I get to
precious
wait
additional
longer
seconds.
until I die.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh
There,
dear
that's
me,
4.
what's the matter, Stanley?
5 is over there.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning
Nah,
it off?
you can't.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Well, yeah,
screen
because
to
it's
screen,
fun.
clicking on every little thing in this room.
Stop bothering
These
me,
numbered
man.
buttons. No, these colored
me
ones.
chill.
Or maybe this big red button.
Let me
or
have
this
my fun.
door. Everything,
Hey, turn
anything,
it off.
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching
Oh.
a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I'm going to die.
To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
It's a tragedy.
You wanted to control this world, that's
Here comes
fine.
my death.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Go, go,
Take
go.
a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds
to
until
choke
a
on
big
food.
boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go
16,
peacefully?
15, 14,
Another choice.
13, 12,
Make it count.
11,
Or
10,
don't. It's all the same to
9,
me. All
8,
a part of the journey.
7,
And believe
6,
me, I will
5,
be laughing at every second of
4,
your inevitable
3,
life from the moment we
2,
fade in until the
1.
moment I say
Death.
happily ever after.
And so Stanley died. The end.
But Stanley
Well, I
simply
accidentally
couldn't
closed
handle
my
the
door.
pressure.
One of the
What if
last
he had
endings
to make a
I was gonna
decision?
do.
What if
Okay,
a crucial
well,
outcome fell under
we'll do
his
this one
responsibility?
now, since
He
it's
had
so
never been
quick.
trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Soon. Very soon.
Now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Hopefully.
He will be told what to do.
Hopefully I don't just...
Now it's just a little bit closer.
I can't open my door.
Now it's even closer.
Here it comes. And that's another ending. We already have 3 of the, 18. 17 of which are gonna be pretty quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, slightly better angle, I guess.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right? Yeah, you guys already know this part.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons.
Even the game knows we've done this.
Kill surprise.
Even the game's sick of it. So far, so good. Good pace currently. This should, hopefully, will be done within 5 hours. At this rate. Might take.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
instead
read
of that, we're
Mind
going
Control
through the
Facility.
escape path this time.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
This is my life. Let me stay. Let me live. I will live.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Also, I don't want to, so deal with it.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Yeah,
and
I know.
willingly confront his death.
Yep. Here I go. Geronimo. Loading screen time.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer
That
to
sounded
his
like it
demise,
hurt.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell. Goodbye, my friend.
Farewell, Stanley,
I live.
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
This
into
one's
the
only gonna
enormous
take a
metal
while because I
jaws.
actually want to explore.
In a single visceral
I've never
instant,
really explored
Stanley
this area.
was obliterated
And it
as the
kind
machine
of lets you
crushed
see what
every
the
bone
game
in
is.
his body, killing him instantly.
This area kind of teaches you about how the game was made and everything, so I kind of want to look around here. This stuff is interesting.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Yeah.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The most amazing people of all time, right here, just right on screen. right there, or whatever angle you really want me to use. Yeah, right on screen, the credits, amazing. Kevin Brighting, amazing narrator. It's great, honestly. It's, but for how much I've played this game, I've never really explored this area for some reason. So let's start. Let's see, all the way back here. So this is probably gonna take me a while. If you just want to just chill for now, yeah, this is gonna take a bit. The office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Nice. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. And here we come upon the very first choice, the two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Yeah, this, for some reason, even though I love this game so much, I've never actually explored this area. So let's see, we got some office stuff, maintenance room, which we'll get to that later. That's a fun one. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I really hope they add that ending into the remake. Kind of looked like, in here it looks like this is something you'd see in like Tron or something. Greenlight. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD Remix. The point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Wait, maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Larger. Can't see the images because of all this text. If someone could just get rid of the text, then maybe I could see what the game is about. Words, gibberish, it seems like in the top right. And then writing all of this, let's see. Writing all of this, do you know who doing that? Would you please ask for what? Because I'm not even gonna bother reading that at this point. Let's see. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Anthony W., what is this strange number? Can you tell me what the significance of number 1112800 is? No. From Marius. Subject, a question brought forth by the intense passion of my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I don't... Why? How? James, love the game. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I want I wanted to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing humorously small badger in swim trunks. Okay. Pixel Sith, how you stay in shape? Sincerely, Michael the Rock Martin. Huh. These are kind of interesting. Are you gay? No. Okay, let's see. Anything else or? Hi, narrator guy. Yeah, clearly I'm not really. I shouldn't. I should probably just leave here. I'll explore this on my own later. Yeah, this is a lot of just stuff you guys probably won't want to see. Let's see if I can find my way out. Oh, here are some trailers. Oh, exit. Yeah. There you go. We can turn off the game.
Look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Yep, we kinda do. Okay.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not.
I cannot see that.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Nice.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
No, I'm going to
Whatever
die.
you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Dead. I let time choose for me, and that's what happens. You die. Yeah. There isn't really anything else to do there. We have now been live for 32 minutes. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot you actually have to go and hit begin and everything. Can't just wait there. Now been live for 32 minutes. No sign of any other humans watching this, but hey, I like playing the game and I'm just doing this for my own enjoyment at this point. This is kind of fun. I get to sit here, talk to myself, have an excuse to do it. This is gonna be a fun time. Got about, I don't know,
All of his co-workers were gone.
5 hours
What
left
could it
of
mean?
this.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
4
simply
hours
missed
of
a
which
memo.
are gonna be really boring, but okay, that's okay. We got, so I was confused for a second, but on rare occasions you can get slightly different layouts. This is one of them. It just has a different little
When
layout.
Stanley came to
We're
a
gonna
set
go
of two open
left
doors,
again
he
because
entered the
we're
door
gonna
on
go
his
for
left.
the most confusing ending in the entire game, because no one actually knows if it's supposed to
Yet
be
there
an
was not a
ending
single
or if
person
it's
here
just a
either.
glitch,
Feeling a
like it's
wave
a
of
failsafe.
disbelief, Stanley
game.
decided to go up to his boss's office.
And we're
Hoping
gonna
he
go
might
down
come
there.
into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually, on rare occasions, you can open this door. I'm gonna check if I can. Yeah. Okay. You can now enter the executive bathroom. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisps. Extreme bathrooms. And then from here, we have to go. He already has the door open. Come on, I can get it.
Here's the door.
Yeah, I cut him off. Nice. Here we go. Welcome to weirdness. This is the loneliest ending of the whole game. Nothing happens if you go anywhere where stuff is supposed to happen. Like if I go in here, usually he had dialogue, which I will show you guys later. But nothing. The narrator is gone. You just have to walk all the way back to the start and see what happens. Can't go through the other door or anything. We're just alone. This world. Which makes me think that, yeah, this is pretty much a failsafe, or not a failsafe, that this is just a ending that the coders made, or developers made. But the argument for a failsafe is also there, because in the game it shows errors if you have the console open, like debug menu and stuff like that. It shows errors during this part, like stuff is supposed to load but it doesn't. But yeah, so I'm wondering what that is for, but no one's ever found an answer for it. So it's just one of the mysteries of this game at this point. Let's see, through here, then up these stairs again. It is insanely dark. Wow. Even on stream, which is slightly brighter, it's dark. Yeah. Let's see, I go this way. 758. We have to reach 760. This ending's just lonely and sad. 759. Escape pod launch bit. If you actually look at the texture for this, which doesn't have this covering everything, it actually says that both the narrator and Stanley have to be present for this to actually work. Which, since we don't have a narrator, kinda can't do that. This ending is by far one of the weirdest. Hey, we got a door, but no sound except for my footsteps. Which I know yeah, and then just a weird artifact at the bottom of the screen that no one knows what it's supposed to do. We have no idea what's supposed to happen there. Nothing. It's by far the strangest thing in this entire game. Here's another one of the random things that can happen. You just have a ton of papers covering your floor.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Quickly show off a hidden secret. If you type face punch on your keyboard, it shows the face punch logo everywhere. Who could have seen that coming? But yeah, so it replaces pretty much every texture in the game with it, which is funny. This is for something later. That's gonna be one of the last few we do.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
I'm gonna
he
show
entered
you
the door on his
what
left.
happens in the broom closet too this time. Just get that over with.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go out to his boss's office,
this is gonna take way
hoping he
too
might
long.
find an answer there.
Yeah.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Really
Please take your time.
That's really odd, because I closed the game and everything, so it doesn't supposed to remember the first broom closet encounter, and it's only supposed to remember what happens if you go back, or it's just gonna do what happens the first time, and then when you restart, it should say that. But because I went into it during the escape pod thing, and since it pretty much turned off the narrator, it still registered that I went in there. And probably just counted it as me doing the whole thing. Which means that I've pretty much skipped the entirety of the broom closet. Which, yeah, just look that section up on your own. There isn't really much to do in there, it's just listening, but still pretty cool. It's pretty funny.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work
I go
hours.
downstairs
He might
instead.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he
1,
taken
2,
that
B,
risk?
4. I
All
declare a
because he
thumb war.
believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to
see.
Stanley.
Hey,
Maybe,
wait,
he
that
thought to
says
himself,
11.
maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking
That
mysteriously
one
out of
says
existence in a single moment for
720,
no reason at all.
220,
None of it made any logical
and like
sense.
645.
And as Stanley pondered this, he
545.
began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
What?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Wait a second.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all
1,
too
2,
strange.
B4.
This can't be real.
1,
And at
2,
last,
B,
he
4.
came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
1, 2, B,
This is all a
4.
dream.
Ah!
Oh, what
It's
a relief
repeating.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't
What?
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
It's not
crazy
perfectly
after all.
repeating.
And he thought to himself,
That room
"I
wasn't
suppose
there,
I'll
I'm
wake
pretty
up
sure.
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life
Was
job
that room
pushing
there,
buttons.
or am I
may
just
as well
also
enjoy this
going
while I'm still
crazy?
lucid."
Yeah.
So,
This-
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Oh,
above the ground.
okay, I'm floating, I guess.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It
Ooh,
was
I'm
so
dreaming.
much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I
How
still
was
have
he
no
remaining
feet.
so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Yep.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts,
He thought.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
This was
not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley
knows?
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yes.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Was it,
Did
though?
the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yes.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
But
that
you're
this
not
was
in
a dream.
control.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited
You
himself
can
to
do
wake
it,
up.
Stanley.
He felt
You
the
can
cool
wake up.
weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on
This
his
is
back.
by far one of the
fresh
most
air of the
depressing
world
endings in the
outside this
entire
one.
game. Easily.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
No.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
There's one
Please.
ending which I'm
It's
going
all I
to
want.
save after these.
I want my
super long
apartment and
It's
my
the
wife.
only ending
and
I'm
my
not going
job.
to do.
All I want is
in
my
this
life
just
exactly
quick run
the way
through.
it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Then Stanley started screaming.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
This game can get
This
dark
is the story
sometimes.
of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then
Oh,
collapsed dead on
no.
the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And that's pretty much everything you can do by going to the left at the start.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay. Through here. So yeah, we've officially done everything to the left path. Let's go right, I guess.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, I just remembered
Yes,
there's a
truly
third
room
depressing
worth
ending,
admiring.
which we're
But
about
eager
to
to
see.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Well, yeah. I'll show you
Look,
one of
Stanley,
the
I think perhaps
two
we've gotten off on the wrong
the
foot
two
here.
leftover
I'm
depressing
not your
endings.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
They're
someone
both
else can be
actually
difficult,
accessible
but
right
the
now.
fact is that the story has been
Like,
about
in this
nothing but
next
you
choice.
all this time.
But one is
There's
very
someone
obvious,
you've been
and then the
neglecting,
other you
Stanley.
can't really. It's
Someone
not
you've forgotten
that easy
about.
to find.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yeah.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Yep.
She's
definitely.
been waiting.
So you can either pick
That's
up the
her,
phone or
Stanley.
unplug it.
You need to be the one to
Unplugging the
do
phone
this,
though
to
is
reach out to her.
is like the kind of true ending. It's the final ending I'm gonna do today. It even has credits and everything, so I'll just save that.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Yep.
All right.
There we
Okay,
go.
there we go. All right, now, I want you
This
to come
one's
in and tell me
depressing.
all about...
My wife's a mannequin.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh,
I'm
no,
trying to make
man.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Just let me be happy.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, this actually has a chance to glitch out randomly, but I don't know if it will.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh. L.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing
It's my
exactly what
desk
he's
now.
told to do.
Yeah, it's become
Now
my
he's
desk.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Yeah, I like this life. Why
But
do
in
you
his
do
mind,
this to me?
in his mind, he can go on fantastic
Nothing's actually
adventures.
changed with
From
this,
behind his
surprisingly.
desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was
Yep.
wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Woo! E to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Jay to spend time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
2 to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
It's becoming
he began
my
to fill it with
office.
many possible paths and destinations.
I don't want to go back to
Down
work,
one
man.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and
Oh,
mind
man. I
controls.
don't want to work.
Down
more.
another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Ooh, we're gonna
and
see
down
that
another
later.
was a game with a baby.
That's gonna take 4
and he called
hours.
it the Stanley Parable.
Yay. 8 to tell your kids a
It
story.
was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Maybe. Who knows? Jay, tell your wife you love her.
But there is no
She's
answer.
gone now. She's
How could
the
there
rest of
possibly
my
be?
desk.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Yay.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Why? V to go sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm going to not do it and see what happens. I've never actually tried not pushing it. Will anything actually happen, or will nothing happen at all? I don't know. Who knows? This game's really random. I have now given up on not pressing any buttons. It's worthless to me. I'm just gonna get this ending over with.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Hey, I'm
How
back
can
here.
I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Yeah, I know
How can I
I'm
get him
doing
to
that.
see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps,
do this.
Well, maybe this time he'll see.
Maybe this time.
Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley
Oh.
pushed a button. And I tried
I have
again.
no choice anymore.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
And I'm dead. Depression.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not following directions once again.
When
We're gonna
Stanley came to a set
go
of
down
two
this
open,
path again
this was
and
not the
just
correct
work my
way
way
to the
back.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do not, though.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Let's see.
wasn't 5
Instead
years
of
ago.
doing the actual ending, I'm gonna see if I can do this.
Oh,
Aha.
well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
No. Well, I'm stuck here now, aren't I? Huh. Didn't really expect that to work that well. I knew it existed, but didn't think I'd pull it off first try. Can't go back. I'm just being told to kill myself again. Yeah. Whee!
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I turned left
Perhaps
instead
he'd
of
simply
right that
missed a
time.
memo.
Stuff like that just throws me off ever so slightly, and it makes it seem odd.
When Stanley came
Keeps it
to a set of
interesting,
two
though.
open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You know what? Sorry guys, very quickly for about a minute, I'm going to run and double check that my house door is locked and everything. Just to make sure everything's okay and no one can break in and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Yeah, nothing was wrong. Just had odd feeling. But everything's okay. Let's continue. I'm not going to take the door. I am going to go through here. And
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm not going to unplug the phone, like I said
Look, Stanley,
before.
I think perhaps
saving
we've
that
gotten
for
off on the
pretty
wrong
much the
foot
end.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to convince you
I
of this,
already know
but
what
I
happens.
really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your
Fine.
side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
And go through here.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Because-
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think...
Well, too bad.
Well,
I'm
I think
gonna
I have a
stop.
solution. Here, let me show
Oh
you.
wait, I'm just running a circle. Fine. Both doors are open. Yeah. Okay, fine. Here we go.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I
Oh, I can
feel
go that way.
happy.
Wow, the
I
narrator's
actually
happy.
feel happy.
Let's ruin his happiness.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Gonna leave one of these off just in
Please,
case.
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Too bad. Depression.
No! Oh, no. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll
Oh, wow,
both
I've
go
been doing
back.
this
Why
for
are
an
you
hour.
doing this?
Because it's fun.
Stanley, let's go back to the... My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yes.
But you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I
Yes.
reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Yay.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Still only me here, though.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Hour
open
in.
doors,
What's
this
that?
was not
Someone
the
who
correct way
jumped
to the
in.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Off we go.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the
Nope.
first but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm actually gonna save my game right there, just so
Look,
it's
Stanley,
easier to
I
get
think
back to
perhaps
this
we've
point
gotten off
later.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Because there's a lot.
I realize
have
that
to
investing in your
access from
trust
here.
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now
Nope.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, I know. Red doors. Yep.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating
A blue
properly.
door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so
Yeah,
badly
so-
what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
You're actually, if
You
I
see?
do this, you're gonna
There's
see
nothing
what's
here.
gonna be here
I
for
haven't
the
even finished
majority
building
of
this
this
section
stream.
of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Very shortly, you're
Broken
gonna see
rooms,
the majority
exposed
of the
developer
stream.
textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark
Hey,
at a new
a
design
second
and you can
human
give me some
showed up.
feedback. There we go.
Nice.
Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yep,
Go ahead,
okay.
Stanley. Take it for a Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1?
Yeah, boy.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Thank you for the compliment, the Bear Slicer. I am in 9,328. Okay, yeah, let's just go through here. Whatever. Yep.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
This prototype is gonna be the majority of the stream later, but I'm not gonna play the full 4 hours right now. I'm gonna do that in a bit.
Danger. You click the button to move him back
I'll
to
deal
the
with
right,
that soon.
and if he reaches the fire,
not yet.
you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
Sadness.
confronting the demands of family life.
Yep, I don't care.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on
I'm
your
not gonna do
experience.
the full 4 hours because of that. That's why I'm not doing
You
4 hours.
heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
To spite
because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to
and
do.
because
I'm
I don't
completely
want
out
to
of
sit here
ideas.
for 4
I can't
hours
think
yet.
of a single
I'm doing
thing
that
might
later
improve the
instead.
experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Like to mention that took an
Yes,
hour
this seems
and
like it'll work.
about an
Let's give it a
hour and
shot.
4 minutes for the first person to show up to the stream. Pretty chill that someone did, but yeah, still. Hour and 4 minutes is probably my longest stream ever already. Hey, it's Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At
Kinda.
last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Mountains
But is it
and
enough?
distance.
Tell me that, Stanley. Will
what
it
they
ever
are.
be enough? Well, I'll
Old
say this.
school
I'm done making
Minecraft.
things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes,
Oh wait,
it's
it's filling your
complete.
house.
I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art
It's a
and feel
work of art.
ashamed at your own
Yep.
inadequacy.
You're very good at this
But
game.
you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything.
boys.
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Diamonds.
My,
360.
it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. You brought a light?
Nope.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something
with
more
it.
narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even
Oh,
the diamonds
spider.
couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh, I was trying to hear spider noises and stuff. That's kind of cool. Yes.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find
Hey, I
out
can
what
pick
the
stuff
hell
up
this
now.
is.
It's Portal, boy. Oh.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking,
Button.
Stanley. Your forte.
Button.
Genius.
Button.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made.
I was wrong.
The thought won't last long.
It won't.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Goodbye.
Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that
Yeah.
everyone lives happily ever after.
Uh-huh. Is it gone now? Can I jump down? The Stanley Parable Alpha Test. Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar. Nice. Oh, I fell again. Now we're in the true OG Stanley Parable, which originated as a Half-Life mod. I'm confused. Oh wait, it's the two doors. Nice. Guys, I know I said I'm gonna do a mega stream today, but I don't think I'm gonna do a full stream. I think this might be the pretty much last ending I do, and then maybe I'll do one more and then I'll stop. Yeah, I think I'm done for now. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable doing this. No one's really here, there isn't really much point. Just, I feel off. I don't know why. Today's just not good. I don't know. Maybe next Tuesday or in a few days I'll do a second
I wonder what
one.
he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I can wait.
Loading. Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I'll do one more for now, I guess. Hopefully other people join.
When Stanley
be
came to a
right,
set of two
but
open,
this
was
time-
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Turn
Perhaps
left.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his
Yeah,
stomach.
cool.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Door.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and
Button.
got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay then.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Should I continue going? I don't know. If there's anyone watching, please say in chat if I should continue or just stop.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
Yep.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
That's
could it
not
mean?
the end of the ending,
Stanley
though.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're still going. There are now many doors.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
It
I know
was.
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
It's
an
gone now.
adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, I'm back here. Okay, then.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over
Wait a
again.
second, we
but it's gotta be
went
better
through
than
there
this.
and now we...
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay then. On.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now there are no
Okay,
doors.
yep, it's Wes. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just
It is
came from.
not.
Why don't we go back the other direction
Deal with
and
it.
see if we missed anything?
Through the door. Door.
Aha!
Hey,
I
it's
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Ooh. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest,
Okay,
I don't
then.
recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is
It's
that?
the line. Stanley Parable line. Adventure line. Adventure line. Adventure line. Come on, grab your friend. Go to Harry.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Stanley the
It's over
human
in this
and narrator.
direction.
The narrator.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even
Yes.
if there's no story there? Or to put it
Yes.
another way, is the story of no
Yes.
destination still a story?
Yes, it
Simply by the act
is.
of moving forward, are we implying a journey
one's
such
different.
that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Whoa.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music. Go back and look at
Fern.
that fern.
Yeah,
Stanley,
boy.
This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Hey, we're back here.
Wait, what? We're
Oh,
back
we
at the
can't go
office?
through there again.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Line
Is
trademark.
any of this ringing up? Oh, no,
wait a
not
second.
again.
How'd
Line,
we
how
get
could you
here
have done
if
this
we-
to us?
okay,
And
then.
after we trusted
even
you,
gonna
after
question you at
everything
this
we've been
point.
through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Restart.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, why not?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Circles.
What do you want our story
We're almost
to be?
to the end of this.
Go wild. Use your
streaming for
imagination.
an hour and a half.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Let's see. So after this, there are 4 more endings
no,
left
not
in the
you
game,
again.
pretty much.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from
Pretty
having
much.
any role
Yeah,
in
I'm
our
pretty sure.
awesome
Let's
new
see.
story.
1, 2, 3.
No lines or monitor rooms.
There are 5
Just
left
don't
after
acknowledge it.
this.
We should be
There's
fine.
16 endings in total, which means I will have gotten 11 done today. Feels like what that title I
a
saw
choice.
lied
We get to
about
make a
the
decision.
amount of endings.
From here, the
I don't
story
know.
is in
I've gotten
our
most
control.
of them. Only
How
ones that I
important
don't
we
know.
mustn't squander
I
the
only
opportunity.
remember there
In
being
fact,
5
I
other
believe I need a
ones,
minute to
though, so.
think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Yep.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Through the door.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this
That
goes?
is still working. Okay.
It's all determined?
Didn't know if Trout was still working.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Yes.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Do it.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know,
Yeah, after
I
this,
suppose
I'm
in some
definitely
way
ending the
that this is a
stream.
kind of story,
I
wouldn't
just
you agree?
don't have the
I'm
energy
not
for
quite sure
this
if we're in
today,
the
I guess.
destination or the
Tried
journey.
getting all
Though
ready
they're
for this
always
and
saying
everything.
that life is about the
I just
journey
can't.
and not the destination.
We'll probably
So
get
I
the
hope
next
that's
few
where we are right
endings
now.
next stream, and
We'll find out, won't we?
I might do the
Eventually. Well, in
last
the
ending
meantime,
that stream too, but I don't know. For now, though, pretty sure this is the end of it. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here after an hour and a half. I think we're good now. I'm probably gonna come back within a day or two. Stuff. Post highlights of this or something. But for now, that's the end of the stream. See you guys next time, I guess. But, yeah. Guess this is part 1. See you guys soon. Bye.